At Post 9 this morning, Helima Croft, RBC Capital Markets, Managing Director, Global Head of Commodity Strategy, of course, a CNBC contributor. It's good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
The situation in Damascus is being argued as it might be an accelerant to this. You think that's the case?
I mean, the concern is with the attack on the Iranian consulate, the killing of 3 senior Iranian generals, are we going to see some type of meaningful escalation in the conflict? Now, the Iranians have pledged a harsh response. To date, they have shown very little willingness to become directly involved in this confrontation, letting their proxies do the fighting. So the question is this going to provoke some type of escalatory action? We are still watching very closely, though, whether we're going to see more Israeli action targeting Iranian sites, targeting potentially a ground operation in Lebanon. So this conflict does not look like we are winding down. The question is, what does the escalation look like?
Does the SPR re-enter the conversation?
I think the SPR becomes a really live issue for the Biden administration over the summer. So we just had an OPEC monitoring meeting today. They basically rolled over the 2 million barrel production cut. So the June 3 meeting is going to be when OPEC basically makes a decision, hold the line on production cuts, put more barrels on the market. But if OPEC is slow in ramping up, I do think the Biden administration will have little option but to go back to the SPR.
So just to be clear on Iran, is it your view that the market at this point is underpricing risk of escalation, including Iran?
I think the market basically decided to turn the war into background noise when we didn't have an initial spread to Iran. Now I think the market is saying, wait a second, Russia-Ukraine is something we have to watch now because we have Ukraine targeting Russian energy infrastructure. What if we have a situation where this war in the Middle East expands? Because, again, the Houthis have been firing on ships in the Red Sea. But the bigger issue is, if it involves Iran, do we start to see things like we saw in 2009? Remember, they hit those tankers off the coast of UAE. We had Saudi Arabia's Abqaiq facility targeted. So everybody is watching for Iran because we have seen Iran target energy assets before in the region.
Well, given your background, particularly way back, I mean, what do you think? What is your sense here in terms of their willingness to take this up a level in Iran?
So I think Iran has been, surprisingly cautious in the sense of they'll let the Houthis do the fighting, they'll let Hamas do the fighting. What I think is the wild card is really what is Israeli action going to be? You have 80,000 internally displaced people in Israel. The question about will these people move back or be able to move back to the north unless Hezbollah moves off the border in Lebanon. To me, Lebanon is the biggest risk to watch for because the Iranians have made it clear that they're not going to get involved in the war to back the Houthis in a meaningful way beyond money and weapons. Hamas, the same thing. But Hezbollah is their most important proxy. So if you do see a repeat of like 2006 when there was a ground invasion of Lebanon, most people think that is a pathway to direct Iranian involvement.
But also they had this key member taken out this week and have vowed revenge.
And the key member of the IRGC Quds force, he was actually running the operations for Syria and for Lebanon. He actually sat on the Hezbollah basically operating committee. And the question is, was the Israeli action simply about eliminating a few individuals, or was it about really trying to disrupt the weapons highway that runs from Iran to Lebanon, potentially in advance of a ground operation?
Finally, in light of all of this, is China demand material or not?
I mean, China demand has held up better than expected. I mean, I think that's part of the reason that when we think about why OPEC isn't putting barrels on the market now, they still want to wait and see where demand shakes out. But certainly, we have not had the demand, crash that some people anticipated. Demand is solid, and now you have concerns about supply.